understanding the meta, and just take a look, they even ban out of Uranus.
Like coming into the draft, I really don't like. Okay, actually I like how Evil is drafting towards the not giving any high tier. I would say high tier EXP lane. Like they picked up the Esmeralda, they banned out the Marsha, they banned out the D-Roth, they banned out Uranus. What is that? That's technically not
the Cho, technically speaking, if you want to go there, but it's not exactly like what I would be happy about what Rum could pick up. But there is also a potential. Remember what I said, Rum used to play the export quite well as well, but going up against the short Esmeralda is a little bit tough.
Or even Beatrix, you know, being in front, giving him too much of the weakness stacks is pretty bad.
It is
for Evil. And then we see a Xavier pick up right here. I guess it's more towards the covering up and giving boost. I mean, Xavier can play two ways. You can either be the damage dealer or you can be technically the support, giving the second skill, the movement speed boost.
I agree with that, AMOUX, because not only just that, right? Yeah, we talk about the Cho, there you go. I'm not too sure AMOUX is actually thinking about, you know, giving back that brand over to Evil right now. The chop of approval feels like he's gonna tear that apart. But yeah, Abstract, what do you think about this?
Honestly, it kind of seems as though that Evil have identified what SMG is particularly afraid of. Because when it comes down to their third pick onwards, right? Third pick, they've got their win condition. They know what they want to do. Mostly it's probably going to be looking at early game and maybe some kind of insurance over the late stages of the game. They are afraid of lockdown heroes, thus having an Atlas as well as a Lolita being banned out. Out of all of the other tanks out there, yes, we can say that Kufra is one of them. Great initiator as well as a great way to stop whoever that is very mobile. But in this case, SMG doesn't really have a lineup that is super mobile until this Ruby kinda comes up, right? So I would say that having a mobile tank coming in the line of Cho is not too bad of an idea, and of course you are able to, number one, kick someone away with the Way of the Dragon, either onto Enya that's playing on the Beatrix. You can single him out, and if whatever it is completely displays his location, or if you want to go for a front to back, putting a priority onto the Franco. I think that's not this. Which lineup do you guys favor? Because personally, I'm looking at Evil. Evil's lineup seems a lot easier to execute, and there's less margin for error.
Going for Evil for me.
I feel like in terms of the matchup, I will have to agree what AMOUX said. In terms of the draft, it's really good, but AMOUX is preferring Evil because of the natural lead.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. You think? Okay. We shall see. Maybe when AMOUX comes back into the game, and maybe he will be able to tell us a little bit more about how he feels about the entire game itself. Ladies and gentlemen, let us jump in and take a look at game number 1 match. Match number 4, game number 1 with the first blood already in play. With Dairy immediately putting an iron hook down onto Coconut, putting one big L to Coconut's name.
Yeah, that's a really good pick-off coming out for side of SMG. That's something that I didn't really expect as well. I believe it was a solo kill, because if you take a look, none of the SMG members doesn't really have a assist at all. So remember we talked about funneling. I'm not too sure whether that's a good thing for now.
Yeah, technically speaking, I would imagine that Beatrix did a lot of work when it comes down to whittling his health down. It just so happened that Franco is just like, woohoo, comes in between and just do the very typical proxy in between, and did manage to place things down very nicely. Now, here's the thing about SMG, right? When you're looking at Dairy that's playing as the Franco, and to top things off, Joxxx is going to be playing as the Bowman. This is something that I actually have some... I'm actually slightly scared for Evil. In the early stages of the game, Evil doesn't really have a very strong start. The only one that they do have insurance for is the fact that they have the dude that really pops off right here, right now, at level 3. Carrot can definitely come in every now and then, but most of his usefulness is really coming down to the ability. While SMG, they have the damage, they have the lockdown coming in the move of Joxxx as well as Dairy, but hold on a second, they're going to need to kill Melon as well as Carrot. himself in right in front of the enemy faces. Joxxx immediately snipes away the turtle and even gets the kill down onto Powerful. With 2 kills to the side of SMG and Julian coming in with an enhanced chain, allowing him to bring Dairy down. Not the worst, especially since it's a pos 5 death from the side of SMG, while Evil has lost a pos 1 and a pos 2.
And really, I really feel like SMG is coming in as a different beast. Evil, JS has already given so much information from the side of Evil. Dairy found the lockdown on Powerful, locks him down very quickly. Joxxx secures the turtle, bim blam bloom. SMG won that fight. It's such a good playbook coming up from SMG for now. And remember what we said, they had to requalify, and I feel like they are at the better form this time.
Now, disregarding the EXP link, which is mostly going to be a fight that we have no idea how it's going to turn out like, right? So moving on to the gold lane with a snipe from downtown. Joe went straight in with a dawning light, just sniped right out. Coconut, 2 deaths in a row. And Evil unfortunately does not have an idea how to get Coconut in a nice place possible, because their roamer, which is Carrot, he doesn't really have a very strong presence around the board, all across the map, right? Because Dairy is a very aggressive tank, and you can't just go right into his face.
Yeah, and the fact that, you know, SMG coming into this draft, you have the one-more combo of the Xavier and also the Franco as well. It's so easy for Dairy to pick up, and they're very aggressive. Use the flicker all the way up top side. You shut down Coconut for the second time again. It's not doing very well for people in my opinion.
I don't think that that is going to be the end of the Coconut they're finally going to be going for something big. Okay, not something big, sorry. But they are finally going for some avenging frag against SMG. Like, they are done with Dairy.
Yeah, they're definitely done there, right? And it's just Evil saying no, I really want to take this turtle. So in order to take that turtle, I need to take out Dairy. But look at how SMG is talking. They're already here. Joxxx in the bound, he does have a double retribution, but hold on a second, at the backside, Melon fights Enya.
He kind of seems as though Melon is going straight into the face of Enya. He wants to play it aggressive, and they want to go for the kill onto Enya. And I think that is literally what they are banking on, to kill Enya and then flow downwards down to the turtle. It would have been nice, but that didn't quite work.
Yeah, that didn't quite work because Powerful is right off the other side of the map. Yes, I know a Link will be able to jump all the way to the turtle and instantly retribution right there, but then again, Evil had the right mindset, but in terms of execution, I think SMG has it better, especially with Joxxx with the double retribution.
SMG literally playing this game like as though they have free real estate here. They're constantly putting so much aggression into top lane, they don't even care about the fact that Carrot is in the way. Unfortunately, Ironhood is gonna miss. Dawning Light flips on the 3 members, and Evil, they don't really have an idea what they want to do. You can see that the Testament of Blaze was used. He wanted to go close to the enemies, but they all retreated together.
Yeah, the Temples of Blaze going in. There's so much lockup from the side of Evil, but none of them connect. SMG overextended, but Evil, they didn't punish that.
None of them was punished at all. And SMG, I think that they're going to be pretty happy because Evil is actually playing right within the palms of SMG's hand. It's just that every now and then, there are these kinds of small little skirmishes, which understandably, Evil is going to be relatively good at. Both of these teams have got the skirmish potential. They can go for 3v1 very effortlessly and kill someone, unless the person that is being targeted is Link or Melon.
Yeah, lane swap happening for the side of Evil, right? Esmeralda rotating all the way up top. They need Coconut to farm, and they need him online fast. SMG has was dictating the pace of the game, taking down the second turtle already, and Rum Force will respond to that, sending Enya all the way down bottom. Coconut successfully getting locked down. What I want to see from the side of Evil is Powerful to be more proactive with the link. You pick a link because you want to abuse the fact that you can be anywhere on the map, but I haven't seen a really successful game coming out from Evil.
Yeah, for that happening. Just don't have the advantage, they don't have the damage in order to actually break it in onto SMG. And you can pretty much see the way that Joe is playing with the Dawning Light is constantly flipping onto enemies. And whenever they hit the Dawning Light, at least more than one of them is been hit. So a lot of their HP has been going down, and going into fight may be very difficult. As such, SMG, Darius on Rum. Both of their HP is just starting to be dropping down, but for some reason Rum is still alive. He's still in the midst of it all, in the heart of the enemy, and Enya took that opportunity to get himself himself a triple, while the Esmeralda gets himself a double. JS eventually walks away with half HP, and with the falling star would crashes down on the Venus in the middle lane, but somehow Enya came out from nowhere, being the sniper that it is. It is an unofficial maniac, but that was an amazing run from SMG.
Amazing run, not only just for SMG, it's an amazing run for Enya. You know, before the stream, I was talking about talking to Enya, right? But let's take a look at the replay before I talk about this. Powerful was doing exactly everything right. However, focusing on Derry was that he was able to lock down that lane. Once Powerful gets locked down, there's no way for Evil to continue that onslaught. And then, of course, tanking for the rest of the team is not only just Joxxx, Rum as well. He took up so much damage just so that Enya was able to pop it off. I thought that, you know, Evil was able to punish SMG from taking that turtle away, but they were the one that got punished instead.
Looks like the narrative is driving in favor of SMG.
Yeah.
8 minutes into the game, and SMG has got 3,000 gold ahead of Evil. Definitely not something that Evil is looking out for. I'm not too sure about this, JsisJejsj, but correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
It kind of seems as though Melon, that is playing as the Julian, doesn't really have a lot of presence around the map. Is it really about him, or could it be just the fact that Herod isn't really just dominating the map enough, or just opening the map enough?
I think the Evil, JS is the one that's really performing in terms of holding down the fort. He opened up so much information, but Evil, on the other hand, they need to find a way to after damage. But Enya, just look at it, level 12, 501 in terms of KDA. Coconut on the other hand, level 9. Evil doesn't really have the damage unlocked yet. They need to farm it down, but SMG on the other hand, they have a lot of damage in order to.
If you ask me, I think that is relatively insane. We haven't seen Enya for one entire season, and he came back in day 1.
He told me he's retired.
He told us that he was retired.
He told me
us
he was
that he have lost his touch and that he haven't played in the longest time ever. And some of their team members even said that, you know, he's not as good as before.
But if this is not as good as before, 501,
then what was he, rather?
He was, okay, to be honest, a long time ago when I first seen him before, I dubbed him as one of the best gold laner in my opinion. And finally when I see him coming back, it's absolutely fantastic. It's really nice to see a familiar face once again. But let's take a look at the game state right now. Evil already back against the wall. There's a Lord pushing down in the bottom side. SMG, JS trying to look for more, but a continue play going in. Derry needs to try to find a poke, but would not be able to land in for now. But run, poking Karen though.
And now Coconut just gonna be fighting himself, not having a lot of help to work with. 3 members from the side of Evil is taken down, and is only left with a 1-1 to defend the base. A 10-minute game coming from SMG. They don't even have to break a sweat. What is going on here?
And not only just that, Abstract, it is an Enya maniac. Day number 1. You're telling me you're washed up? What is this?
Washed up?
You mean washing yourself with the blood of your enemies. Enya was so ahead against the enemy gold laner, and it just translated into kills after kills after kills. And not only just take a look at Enya, he's just smiling from year to year.
I mean, if I were him, I would be pretty happy about it.
I would be pretty happy, man.
I would love this
First
game.
day.
And especially, I think that this is also